You want to hear them niggas rap about the same fucking shit.
Same pattern, the same.
And it's the same ending for all them niggas.
Yeah.
And that music puts demons on you.
They do.
Yeah.
These niggas are in the trance.
in your head.
It puts you in that trance, man.
You know, you're rapping about it. So next thing you know, you run into a situation, and you've been hearing that shit all day. Now you act out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why. Hey, that's why you think any concert where these type of rappers are allowed to perform here, there's violence. It's always going to be a shooting or some stabbings and multiple brawls.
Hey, this didn't used to be in our music. This was in that old grunge, not grunge, what's that shit called? That metal rap? That metal rock and shit.
That heavy metal shit.
That death metal and all of that shit, man. That type of shit. Yeah, you know, see, you know better than I know. You know, it was in that type of shit. Now, this is President our music.
Yeah, it's demonic, man.
I didn't mean ours, but you know, in Jake's music though.
Yeah, you're not gonna find where they got a concert where you got actual bands playing.
Yeah.
Where it's just that's just jazz and neo soul and classical and all that stuff. Everybody chilling. You know what I'm saying? Everybody drinking, they vibing out. No demonic thoughts.
Unless it's a nigga there.
Unless some niggas come into that venue. Hey, let's say they got a bunch of they got Tony.
But they did that at the nigga that got killed, Draco. What's his name?
Draco the Ruler.
Yeah, they had it was like some, but they had niggas there. It was like Ryan Isley or somebody just performed.
Yeah. But it happened on the night where they had all the rap niggas in their shit. But the ones where they had like the Gap Band and
like the old school shit.
All the old school. That was a separate stage.
Oh.
So it didn't happen when they did their thing. All that shit happened when Draco the Ruler and Game and all them other niggas performed. And that's where all the gangbangers are going to see them niggas. You know?
That's hilarious.
And then they know their entourage is gonna be there. So they already know all
the whole hood gonna be there.
that fucking hood gonna be there, or we need to pull up, pull up on them niggas and show them niggas what it is.
Yo, a lot of these niggas ain't they stupid, but they ain't dumb. They know that it's gonna be possible gang members there, rivals. So it's a possibility you can lose your fucking life, and they still go.
Yeah, hey, well, that's the thing too. You'll have Jake that say, oh, they'll go to a party, well, hey, I gotta bring my strap. Well, nigga, why are you going?
Going.
If you feel like you gotta bring a gun somewhere, then what the fuck are you going for? Stay at home, dummy. The open peace gonna be there.
Anywhere where you think you have to have a weapon with you.
But they party stupid shit, bro.
Why?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or your ass could get sacrificed going to one of these concerts like that Travis Scott. Yeah. It ain't no telling.
Yeah, man. A wizard would tell you to stay away from them type of places.
Yeah.
You know? Wisdom would tell you to not go to any place where there is potential chaos.
Follow not a multitude
To do evil. Yeah, man. So, what was we at?
Back in Deuteronomy 4 and 7, for what nation is there so great, who hath Yahweh so nigh unto them, as the Lord our power is in all the things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great, that hath statutes and judgments, so righteous is all this law which I set before you this day?
Go ahead.
This 9. Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
Teach them to your sons and your sons' sons. So you know, when you have a child, you're supposed to, once they become of age, you got to groom them up in the law. You know, give them the history. You know, give them, you know, and this is our moral compass. The do's, the don'ts. You know, you give them boundaries. You know, so they know, you know, what to do when they're faced with certain situations. They know how to deal with money. They know how to deal with, you know, domestic situations. They know how to deal with, you know, what you name it, man.
Yeah. They know how to walk through life. You know, just, you know, deal.
You know how to deal with marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But we lost that, man.
Yeah. You know how to be patient. You know how to, you know, because Jake just acts impulsive now. You know, because they don't have, they a lot of these traits on how to live, they weren't taught, you know?
Yeah, man. And that's why our people gonna get messed up. Because they're destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man. You know? Go ahead.
10, especially the day that thou stoodest. Especially the day that thou stoodest before the Lord thy power in Horeb, when Yahweh said unto me, gather me the people together, and I'll make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days, that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. And ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. And the Lord spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. Ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude.
And you heard the voice of the words.
Nobody
else was, none of the Egyptians was right there. No? You heard the word. And who else had the Lord done this for? Go ahead.
Continuing is 13. And he declared unto you his covenant.
He declared to you his covenant. Not everybody else. Go ahead.
Which he commanded you to perform.
That he commanded you to perform. Not everybody else. Okay? This is your heritage. You were supposed to perform this. This is what I expect from you. Okay? Go ahead.
Yep. Even 10 commandments, and he wrote them upon 2 tables of stone. And Yahweh commanded me at that time to teach you the statutes and judgments, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go over to possess it.
Go ahead.
Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire, lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image, the similitude of any figure,
turn straight to idolatry.
the likeness of male or female.
Yep, the likeness of male or female worship. So you worship, you know, a person. Yep. Jake worship. Whether it be Beyonce, Michael Jackson, Tupac. This nigga got a museum in LA now.
Yeah.
This nigga got a museum.
For himself.
Of him, yeah, of himself. Yeah. How far could you go in worshiping a fucking mortal man?
So this is the greatest. They build it, in the Romans, they make it statues and shit.
Yeah.
I know he had the Madame Tussauds or whatever.
They probably got the hologram up in that motherfucker in the museum.
And the Esau's okay with that because, you know, it keeps you further away from where you have to be. Huh?
Exactly.
You know, you don't want you looking up to the forefathers, the men of the Lord that are written in the scriptures.
Bro, they don't mind you worshiping Tupac, but then if you say Yahweh Shai was a so-called black man and put up the picture, oh, now that's you're not supposed to.
That's hate speech.
You're not supposed to make any
Yeah.
images. right? You see, it's hypocrisy. But really, it's not just that. It's just they don't mind you going off and sinning against the Most High. All right, but the moment you tell the truth, you seek the Creator and you worship Him in spirit and in truth, that's when it becomes a problem. Now you're now you're a black supremacist because you read in the scriptures where it said that the Lord was a dark-skinned man with woolly hair. You know, come on, man. But as long as you was worshiping His image, that was cool. But now,
and they quickly say, "Color don't matter." All of a sudden,
right?
He was didn't matter. Then
olive
cover.
Hey, we blew up the spot, and we pretty much, put we put a light to that bullshit, and the whole world started like, they're right. That's not all these hundreds of years. That's not true. So now they being forced to admit that it's not true. And then recently you had I don't know if it was in Italy where they had a church ceremony where they was commemorating the
burning of the Tower of Babel.
I saw.
It was in Italy, right?
It was in Russia as well.
Yeah, where they had
It was Russia.
It was a baby Yahushua that was a black guy. Yeah, it was Russia. Yeah, man. But see, the heathen, they'll take that and worship it. You're not supposed to worship the likeness of something. You're not supposed to worship something that a man made with his hands.
Right.
Even if that represents baby Yahushua, we ain't supposed to bow before that. Right. Now, if Yahushua actually came down, we're gonna fall straight to right to our knees if we see him, man. Because that's him. That's the Son of the Most High. You better bow before the Son of the King of the universe.
To land back, really, you ain't gonna have no choice. The scriptures say all knees gonna bow, man. And all heads are gonna confess.
So maybe that's idolatry.
Right.
These Old Testament Israelites, that's idolatry. You know? They tripping. But no, the Most High is gonna make them bow, and then he gonna off with their fucking head. He gonna make you get on your knees and then lop your head off. All right, you gonna worship him before you die. Hey, Luke, you already know. You don't want him to reign over you. He's not your, you don't want to give him that honor. Okay.
Luke 19:27, and it reads, "But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me."
Yeah, it is. That's for you OT Israelites. That's for you Rap the News disciples.
I forgot about that nigga.
Yeah, Judah, Nazareth, all these weirdos in Israel. So let's go back.
Rap the news.
Says the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that flieth in the air. It goes back to what's that, Romans? It says that worship the creature more than the creator who is blessed forever. Amen.
Yeah, Romans 1.
The likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, and that's the spirit too, because Gad and Reuben, they were doing that heavily. Worshiping, different animals, worshiping the sun, having the rain god, so forth and so on.
Then they used to build them totem poles and worship them.
It says, the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth, unless thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the hosts of heaven, shouldst be driven to worship
Don't act like that was that's not a God that's worship.
What's that? What's that?
Allah.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Worship the heavens.
And even
Yeah,
now,
that's the moon god or something. Yeah, worship. Yeah.
even now, a bunch of people in this generation, they worship those the zodiacs, man.
Yeah,
like it's a power,
Yeah.
And mainly it's majority of women, but nevertheless it's the same thing.
Hey, get real quick. Somebody get Wisdom of Solomon.